Thank you, Chairperson, for kind words. At the onset, I must congratulate and thank Dr. Manoj Chawla for inviting me here to talk this now gaining importance topic. Before 2 years, it was most neglected topic, but now in each conference, you will find pollution and various adverse health effects being talked about. Thank you, Dr. Manoj, for inviting me. And to start the lecture, I pay tributes to my late father, Comrade Vedprakash Gupta, my friend, mentor, guide, Dr. Gurpreet Singh Wander, who has helped me in my academic journey, whatever I have achieved till today. Coming on to the topic, we need to know what is pollution. So, pollution is direct or indirect alteration in biological, thermal, physical, or radioactive properties of any medium in such a way as to create a hazard or potential hazard. Mark the words hazard and potential hazard to human health or to the health, safety, or welfare of any living species. So it is affecting each and every living person or species on this planet. And for air pollution, it is contamination of indoor and outdoor environment by any chemical, physical, biological agent that modifies the natural characteristics of the atmosphere. So that is a broad term as far as pollution is concerned, and this is what the air pollution means. So types of pollution include outdoor air pollution, indoor air pollution, which is constituted by particulate matter and broadly nitrogen oxide, sulfur dioxide, carbon monoxide, ozone, and volatile organ compounds. Major sources include industrial emissions, transportation, agriculture, household activities, and burning of fossil fuels. Air pollution in India has gained a public health crisis of 21st century as WHO reports that 9 out of 10 people worldwide breathe polluted air, with India being one of the most polluted country. In India, air pollution is a significant public health issue, and it is estimated that air pollution costs India approximately 36.8 billion annually. That is about 1.36% of the GDP. That amounts we are not spending on our health budget even. So that is the cost of air pollution today. And in India, about 63 countries out of 3 cities out of 100 cities are in India. So, talking about the health impacts, what is health? We all know health is a state of complete physical, mental, social well being and not merely absence of disease or infirmity. So, this tells us the health impact of air pollution. Air pollution shortens the average Indian life expectancy by 5.2 years, and 1.4 billion people in India lives in the area where annual average particulate pollution level exceeds WHO guidelines. So it is most of the Indian population, we can say more than 90% of the Indian population lives under the effect of air pollution. So this chart tells us aptly how the air pollution is affecting the world, and it is the earth health and health of earth's inhabitants are incurably linked to each other. If our planet is healthy, all the inhabitants are healthy. If the planet is sick, we are all sick. Pollution is recognized now as a silent crisis. Adverse effects of pollution are not only with air pollution, but serious and not much talked about soil pollution, water pollution, and noise pollution. I must tell you, we all enjoy orchestra during marriage ceremony or any banquets, but it is a grave noise pollution having adverse health effects. So air pollutants not only impact Earth's ecological system, but also contributes to burden of diseases, leading to significant economic and societal costs, and it emphasizes the far-reaching impact on human health. Morbidity and mortality due to air pollution is significant, as 8% of Indian overall disease burden and 11% of premature deaths among people less than 70 years. Ambient air pollution contributes to 0.67 million deaths, and indoor pollution, which we don't even recognize as such as a health crisis, is affecting 0.48 million deaths in India. Health impacts are great. It is impacting the heart, reproductive system, head, respiratory system, gastroenterology, arteries, or whatever you talk, any system, it is being affected by the pollution. So we came out with the book, comprehensive book of 34 chapters. Hello, sir. Pollution and health. And it was the first of its kind. You can see it is affecting each and every system of the body, and it was the 34 chapters were contributed by great consultants in India who has in-depth knowledge about pollution. NCDs attribute to air pollution encompasses the spectrum of serious health conditions, and deleterious effect is estimated on about 5 million NCD related deaths to air pollution annually in India. So mechanisms, again, it is affecting the mechanisms of the body, with portal of entry is through upper respiratory tract coming on to the lower respiratory and alveoli, and it is affecting through prenatal exposure, epigenetics, immunology, oxidative stress, airways, and alveoli, where the actual things are occurring. So coming on to the topic, what we are going to discuss in next few slides, air pollution and hypertension. Hypertension, as Dr. Narsingh Verma is sitting here, he is the authority on hypertension in India. It is a significant public health concern in India, and there is growing evidence of association between air pollution and hypertension, which requires even further research to evidence-base such effects. And observational and experimental studies have proposed several biological pathways through which inhaled pollutants may adversely affect the cardiovascular system, and suggested mechanism include, again, it is a complicated, because paucity of time I will be just skipping the slides, giving the broader aspect that it is activation of local inflammation in the lungs, activation causing oxidative stress, increasing in selected stress hormones, and altogether all these things are affecting the cardiovascular system. For increased blood pressure, the particulate matter again is affecting through lungs and increasing ultimately the blood pressure. So this is the mechanism which is increasing the atherosclerosis, again causing stiffness of arteries and pathogenesis of hypertension in old age. So such relevant, each pathway may vary depending upon the factors such as duration of exposure, characteristics of pollutants, individual susceptibility, and degree of overlapping their adverse effects. Overall, air pollution can increase blood pressure through a biphasic mechanism. So this chapter was contributed by Dr. Narsingh Verma, that is air pollution and hypertension. Air pollution has been consistently linked to an increased risk of hypertension. The connection supported by both short-term and long-term exposure studies with different polluting effects. So this book is freely available at the website of www.apimalwa.com, and you can go through this intelligent, comprehensive chapter giving you details about impact of air pollution and hypertension. So coming on to the diabetes, we all know diabetes is a metabolic disorder influenced by genetics, environmental factors, and contribute significantly to global disease burden. And the burden of type 2 diabetes is generally attributed to particulate matter, air pollution, which is estimated to be approximately fifth of global burden of type 2 diabetes. And possible mechanisms, as almost the mechanism for health adverse effects of air pollution are same, that is coming on from systemic inflammation, particulate matter 2.5 mediated oxidative stress, endoplasmic reticulum stress involved in the air pollution. So this cartoon gives us a comprehensive idea how the air pollution is impacting our metabolic health as well as especially the diabetes. Again, the chapter Air Pollution and Diabetes contributed by great Dr. Bansi Sabu that concludes that research includes several systemic and metabolic analysis has found a strong association between exposure to air pollution and its increased risk of developing diabetes, particularly type 2 diabetes. Again, you must go through this chapter to have in-depth knowledge about how the air pollution is impacting diabetes. So disease burden in India because of air pollution contributes to about 1.6 million deaths annually, and vulnerable population includes children, elderly and low income group of deprived section of society. They are most affected by the increasing air pollution. So what are the challenges in addressing air pollution? We all talk about air pollution, but I ask you, nobody has this in mind the how to control that air pollution, because we are going in cars, we are using increased electricity, and they are all cause of air pollution. Lack of awareness, limited understanding of link between air pollution and health among general public is one of the most important factor. Ineffective enforcement, urbanization is leading to increase in air pollution. And what are the solutions and way forward? First and foremost, what I think is policy recommendations. Without government initiatives, policy recommendations, spending money on control of air pollution is, great challenge. Strengthening air quality monitoring and improve data transparency, implement stricter emissions control, promote green energy alternatives, increase public awareness on pollution related health workers and health interventions, again awareness among physicians and healthcare providers is great. To conclude, my dear friends, air pollution is fast becoming a major driver of adverse health effects in India, and coupled with climate change, it is affecting our planet as never before. Tackling air pollution is essential for improving public health outcomes. Urgent action is needed from policymakers, healthcare providers, and public health to curb pollution levels and mitigate its effects. And my dear friends, I am honored to present this comprehensive book, first of its kind in the world, to this because of the API initiative, that is Association of Physicians of India initiative, under the guidance of Dr. Wander, and it is freely available at our website. PDF copy you can download. And with this, I invite you all to 12th Annual Conference of Physicians of India at Bathinda, that is MEPICON. Thank you very much.